Yo, what is up, everybody? Let me go ahead and flip my camera around here. So what you guys just saw was the work in progress for my Gundam kit. Now, I decided that I was going to restart the Gundam wing before I moved on to my Gundam Unicorn, which I had somewhat painted, but it's not very painted at the moment. But let's go on ahead and show you guys because I've put a lot of time into this. Now, as it stands, all of this right here is just kind of scattered parts, but this is what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. This is the unicorn hand that goes up here. I'll show you guys that in a little bit. But this is what I'm going to be doing starting tomorrow with priming because, so you guys can see here, I got about 15 parts up here right now. 16 that I've primed, including the shield. This is all dry, by the way, which it looks so nice. I can't wait to do this. But I've done 15 of these parts. This is mainly the leg armor. Over here you have the main waist piece, including the upper gut, I think. I don't really know what it's called, but it's the upper torso. Then I got the hand over there, the main arm over here, which is, I believe, the right arm. And then, of course, the two wings here, which are actually painted, but they don't really look like it. They are painted, though. So I'm probably going to end up going over these again with another coat. But these are technically painted. The red is not painted. I just took the masking tape off of that. Now, get it back down there in that hole. There we go. Of course, I got, you guys can see my mess over there, but this is the parts for the Master Grade Unicorn Gundam. And let's just go on ahead and look over there. Now, my office space is kind of a mess right now because I'm using a little junk desk. I'm in my PJ pants. But over here, I've got all of my airbrush paints. They're all the opaque colors, which I really like, and they're these Createx airbrush colors, really nice. I got them over at Hobby Lobby, which is a store that I'm at, which is my only hobby store, really. But they're for like $5 a bottle, which they aren't very cheap. But I just went and got the basics: blue, red, black, white, and then the glossy top coat. And then, of course, I needed to buy some thinner, so I bought the Testors airbrush thinner for $6.19. Then I bought what they did have from Tamiya, the liquid surface primer, which you need an airbrush really to apply that very well. And I highly advise, if you're going to buy this, buy a thinner that'll work with it, like Testors, because you'll need it. And then, of course, I've got over here is just my drawer of miscellaneous paints and stuff for painting kits. But I decided that I wasn't going to necessarily do hand painting anymore. You guys can see there, that was the first time I ever got primer. Yeah, it didn't turn out very well. But if I just open my drawer up a little bit further here, I can actually just, almost that really quick, pull out my airbrush here, which is actually on this side. Whoops. I'm not going to show you guys the cord because that just gets in the way. But I have pretty much this, what I use. This is a older airbrush, but still works, of course. And I need to buy more paint, but this stuff is super expensive. And I mean, I just spent my last paycheck on a whole bunch of other pencils that I needed. But airbrush wise, it's not the best. It's like, if you were to go into a hobby store right now and buy this, now at my hobby store it might be a little overpriced, but if you're going to buy this, right now, it can cost you anywhere from $100 to $200 for, well, this one. There are ones that are cheaper, but more money means normally better use. It is a very good airbrush. I've only used it a couple of times, but it is very good in my opinion. I actually didn't have to pay for this. My grandpa had it, then he never used it. And of course it does have the common little bucket here, which you can just plug up in the bottom of that. and then regulate, how much, of the fluid you actually want. And now a lot of newer ones, they have this built in up here on top. And what's really nice about these, other than, say, that, is this, you're going to be using more. So if you're doing a ton of parts like this, you can use that. Or if you're only doing a certain piece and you only need a certain amount, this is a whole lot better. And I really do like these a lot. But airbrushing has been my newfound joy. I've been trying to mask, as you can see here, all of that stuff right there is masking off the red. So if I was to pull this back, it would still be shiny red. There's the red in there, and then of course the red there and there. And all of these parts still move, fairly well. So I got to paint those tomorrow, and then the rest of the kit, which is kind of in parts right now. Because like here's a leg, here's the other leg, the arms are up there and there, the feet are in here, most of the armor and the guns. I'm probably never going to find a piece that just fell. Woo! Anyway, of course here's the main Buster rifle, I think is what it's called, but it is painted. It's painted nicely. Like a lot of this stuff I'm going to keep painted, but a lot of the other stuff I'm actually going to airbrush and redo. Some of this stuff here I'm going to redo it just to make it look a little bit nicer. Now really quickly, because I am kind of working on two kits at once, this one's going to be next after I finish priming this, but I've been working on my Master Grade Unicorn, and I will do this in the next video, but I found a way to actually separate all of the fingers, so you can actually, well, I don't want to flip you guys off, so you can move the individual fingers instead of the actual how it's glued together. Like on this hand, it's up here. You guys can see I already did a lot of chrome work. I did it up in here, the back, and this entire leg. This is all going to be primed and redone. I'm not happy with that. But anyway, I thought I would update you guys. I also wanted to show you, I did a little bit of scratch building because I broke this here. Or I lost this piece, but so I had to do a little bit of scratch building. It's not the nicest looking thing in the world, but I can always fix that. But that is the Gundam wing. I still have to get his V-fin fixed up, which I think I know how I'm going to do that. But whenever I do all of that, I will talk to you guys. As you guys can see, I do have the other... Oh, wait, no, this isn't the other hand. That's the hand that goes up there. Never mind. Like I said, I do advise airbrushing if you guys are going to start this Gundam, or Gundam projects. I also would advise this. Know that as cool as this hobby may be, if you're wanting to get into it, the one thing that I was never told getting into it is expensive. You're going to be spending a few $100s just to start up. I mean, the kits, range pretty well priced. I only buy really the master grades because those are the ones that are more complex, I think. But just from my opinion, I would advise knowing that you're going to be spending a lot of money on paints, on airbrushing, anything. You're going to be spending a lot of money and time on it, and just know that, so you're not like, oh, I got into this, but they never told me it was expensive. So yeah. Also, you're probably going to want to invest in a ton of these, and 35mm alligator clips and the 35mm sticks, just so you can cut them up and clip them onto the alligator clips. Those work the best for holding these pieces. You can see there. Yeah, they work really well for what it is. I also bought airbrush cleaner, so I can clean out my airbrush later. But I'm going to leave it off there, guys. Hope you all enjoyed this. You guys can see all my giant tape. Anyway, see you all next time. Remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you all next time.